I'm turning 17 and I've already wasted most of my teenage years and my youth years. I'm never good at anything. I barely have any close friends at the moment, although a lot of people seem to like me. I haven't built deep connections with anyone just yet, and I feel like I've been lonely when I'm just doing my own stuff. Like I'm trying to progress towards the goals that I want to achieve, and especially running this YouTube channel. I have a big dream where I want to be doing whatever I want. I want to go travel. I want to go to new places. I want to meet new people. And at the same time, not work a job that I don't like or a career that I don't like. I want to be rich as well. But at the same time, I don't want to be working something that I hate. And I still haven't figured that out. But so far, I've never been good at anything and I've never had deep connections. And I barely have any experiences up until now because all I did was just spend most of my youth just playing games. That's basically it. So when I was young, I had like a lot of friends, but I haven't built deep connections with them. Up until 7. I transferred to a new house that's very far away from my old house. So I basically couldn't maintain having childhood friends from that old house anymore. Also, most of my grade school years, up until 2019, I spent most of my time playing video games, and that's it. Just play video games. Most of the time, parents would actually help let their child invest in sports, martial arts, or any other hobbies that are actually gonna help them out in life. But my parents tried giving me a lot of opportunities, but they just can't stick to me, or I just don't find them interesting because all I found interesting was just games. That's basically it. Games, games, games. And then COVID hit. I played games even more. All I did was just stay in the house, play games, and just wait for online classes to end. Or even sometimes I would play games in the middle of online classes. That's basically my entire COVID life. I didn't try new hobbies. I didn't try to like find something better to spend my time on. And there weren't any opportunities for me to like take on as COVID isolated me a lot. And because of that isolation, I just turned to video games so that my I won't have to be bored. I just wanted to have fun. I just wanted to play games. That was what's on my mind for like the entire COVID season. So 3 years wasted, no experience, no going outside, no talking to friends, just games. 2022 hit. This is when I started finding self improvement when I was 13, grade 8. As early, right? As young as me 4 years ago, who found self improvement. You think that's impressive, right? But I wasted so much time. This is when COVID was about to settle down. This was when I was finally able to go back to school and meet like my old classmates and my old friends. I just wasted a lot of time. That's because although I was on self improvement already, I would waste time. I would like not be consistent. I would go back to playing video games, something like that. And then those were my old friends, right? I spent time with my old friends. I spent time with my old classmates. I was friends with them, but I had to transfer to a new school which was nearer and more better than the previous school that I was studying on. My previous school didn't have like a lot of sports, didn't have like a lot of clubs. There was no sports varsities. There weren't any like school activities that my old school would previously host. It was just a very small school with like minimal activities. All you had to do was just lecture, just listen to lectures and just go home. That was basically most of my school. Oh, there were activities like family day where you go out. That was just most of my opportunities. That's like the only thing that I can like enjoy in school. There were just very limited activities for me to like take opportunities on, and I couldn't see myself growing there. So I transferred to a new school. So I had to say goodbye to my old friends. I had to say goodbye to my old classmates. And if I were to stay there, I think I would have been hanging out with them a little bit more, and I would have been having deeper connections with them. So During summer, I decided to like enroll to this new school, to this big prestigious school, all right? It was a very good school. It is a good school and I'm still studying there right now. But the thing is, once summer break ended, I went to that school for the first time. I was a new student there. But the thing is, I kind of like fucked up the way I presented myself. So, first impressions broke me. I didn't give a good impression. I fucked up my social life. I was a loner kid. Although the school had very great facilities, great activities, and they're a very good school that prioritizes like the education and mental health of their students. I won't say the school name. I would say that it was a very good school, but I was lonely and I didn't had any friends after transferring there. I never had deeper connections. I never had like friends who I can really call them like real friends or great brothers with. That was basically like the reason why I wasted my teenage years. I was lonely, I didn't hang out with anyone, and of course, I wished every day that this class would just end so that I can go home and eventually lay down on my bed, play games, and watch anime and whatever. I was still on self improvement, but not really. I was not consistent with the way I wanted to do with self improvement. I wasn't consistent with the hobbies. I was just waiting for school to end because it was like a drudge. It was like druggy going to school, whatever you call it. It was very tiring. I just wanted school to end because my school life kind of sucked. That's when I basically just wanted to go home so that I can lay down on my room and go to bed, just play games a little bit, watch some series a little bit, and that's it. That was grade 9, and it continued until grade 10, where basically the same thing happened. I didn't have many friends. I was just wanting to go home because I wanted to do something. I wanted to like play games. I wanted to like watch TV. And this is where I found basketball. Although it was already pretty late, to be honest, it was just that. I just realized that finding good hobbies is actually like a big life changer for you as a person and for your life. I just found them so late, and I wish that I would have found these things sooner. I wish I would have just invested them when I was a kid, but life didn't give me those opportunities. My previous school sucks, and I barely had anything to do and think of when I was a child. So yeah, that's how I wasted a lot of teenage years. Grade 11 was already going smooth, but like I wish I wish there was more to it. I wish there was like more life to it. And now I am grade 12, entering my last year of high school, or basically my senior year of high school. I'm still not complete. It's just new. It's a new year for me. And I'm trying my best to give it the most out of everything, to wish that I will make very great memories, and I'm working toward that now. But at the same time, I also want to develop something during my last year of senior high, which is socializing, meeting new people, going to new places, and then most importantly, my hobbies. I've just discovered cooking recently, and I'm starting to work on the gym once again, and I'll be planning to like enroll on a martial arts school soon. As a teenager who's wasted almost all of his high school years and basically most of his like youth or his childhood, my advice for you is that give it your all, bro. Try new things, man. Although as cliche as it sounds, you have to go adventure and explore into the unknown so that you'll find what you want in life, or find something that makes your life more meaningful, especially that you're on your teenage years or in your childhood. You only experience this once, and don't fucking waste it. Don't take it for granted, because those times it will be gone and you wish you could have just spent some of your time into a hobby or spent more time with your friends. As a person, I have like a lot of regrets. I wish I could have done these things sooner. I wish I started early, but then yet again, I can't go back to those times. So start early as possible if you have a goal, if you have something that you want to do, if you want to pursue something, if you want to turn your life around, especially if you're in high school, you want to enjoy this, start early, bro. Start ASAP, because you only have one chance. You only have one high school year. You only have one high school era. So start early and do what you can do. That's how I would have spent my like high school years. I would have spent more time investing into my current hobbies. I would have tried learning more. I would have tried going to new classes, trying to find new hobbies, working on something else. I wish I would have like found new hobbies. I wish I would have started my sports earlier so that I could have been a varsity. I wish I could have tried learning more earlier. I wish I could have made more friends earlier. And I wish I would have lessened my time on video games or anything that's been keeping me stuck in life, like just staying in my room or just binge watching Netflix series. I wish I spent more time on those things, because that's how I wasted a lot of my high school years and a lot of my childhood years. So don't end up like me. If you want to start now, bro. You only have one life. You live high school once. Peace out.